promised my mom I wasn't going to embarrass her here tonight.
Here is your first stunt. I can't eat all. Each have to lie in this coffin covered with worms and bugs. The three of you that can last the longest move on to the next round. Rita, you're up first. Climb on in. Alright, we're gonna have to add a few more to the mix.
No, don't. Still broken. No, it's still working.
Really excited to talk to you. Obviously, there's been an amazing amount of interest and controversy because of your work. We should explain to everybody right off the bat what this is about. You are a man that was at the head of this research that is looking at structures that are underneath the bottom of the pyramid.
5 minutes and 42 seconds.
Incredibly controversial, very fascinating, and if it's accurate, it essentially rewrites all of human history.
Wow. All right, Ty. I'm going to tell you something about me, Joe Rogan, that you might not know. That's no problem.
I'm going to tell you something about me, Joe Rogan, that you might not know. That's no problem.
You did it, Tyrone. You shadowed Jeff's time. Come on out now. Reading my newspaper. I haven't had a chance to sit still and read for so long. Technically, you can stay in there as long as you want. You know what? I'm not able to take a nap. Could you dim the lights, please, Joe Rogan? All right, it's time for your next challenge. Walking on hot coals. Some of these coals burn at over 1,000 degrees. Damn! The two people that can spend the most time on those coals will advance. All right, Rita, you're up first. Ready to do this? Go! Time! 8 seconds. Go! Come on, Captain. Time! 7 seconds. Yeah, you didn't beat your time. Congratulations, you advance automatically. Tyrone, it's up to you now. All you have to do is beat Jeff's time of 7 seconds. You'll move on to the next round and be that much closer to $50,000. Oh! Take your shoes off. Let's do it. Tyrone, go. Thank you, let's smell somebody cooking. Snakes, catfish, crab peppers, eggs. Are you okay? You won. You beat Jeff's time. You advance the next round. I'm feeling strong. All right, Rita, Tyrone, here is your final stunt. Each one of these platters contains a
Joe Rogan. Folks, let's just talk about this. Let's talk this bitch out.
The testimony was, I'll recommend not to go Shashasa Imenu the Jabagaria actually had one in one of these type of sacraments, either the Gargudri or the Rivos. He kept his wine on one and once, and he drank the wine. He's having an apple, and he drank the wine. We're no over there. And I will say, they do not agree to Shimon that he does testimony. That was what it sounds like. That they were disputing the Jabagaria. That's what it sounds like. Although we'll examine that in just a little bit. So if I examine the first part of the race, so what they seem to be, Rudolph's chocolate color. We'll say Rudolph's are leather flasks. So remember again, the most that they're doing is on leather jars. This is a leather flask. So Rudolph's chocolate will have it. And sitting on the other show that you're sure that it's sorry also. There's other sitting on the other show that you're sure that it's sorry. Also, last was the whole speak of a cover. Let's listen to this. It's actually quite interesting. And this is more relevant to our question. So let's say I have a leather flask.
Folks, look at this athleticism.
I understand that I understand this for use in a particular way. But I want to use it in a different kind of way. What's the steps? So in another class, other I know that I close my one mostly because of the ISF absorptions. But can I go ahead and make it into a saddle for my down? So what's this last step? So you might say, so you might close your symbol who says that it is awesome. I've already said that you follow up on what you do. I did the first one, but you can't tell me awesome. So this is our case. This is a case of where I take an item that is normally prohibited because of guidance. I can't store my wine, but I don't want to use it for my wine. Instead, I want to use it for something else. You see that what? It's also those of them seem to go and answer the question that what. That if I take one of these idiotic perfumer shards, I cannot use it to prop up the corner of my bed. Because again, that's still considered to be a good piece of a working item. So you must have to tell me, but using this so much. Can so many people comment, listen, this month, I will say, watch this. You're going to tell me that I can't take the logos, I can't take the leather flasks of an overgrowth of it, and I can't make it into a saddle, which tells you that what? Let's say you want I think that after is going to be answer, sign foundation of the piece of that. I should be able to purchase content. I should be able to purchase the jokes of overgrowth of it. I say that you know, can I purchase the junk of overgrowth of it using my water? But it's not a good way that I would purchase these content. What the a planter, I'm not going to use this girl I like, but I get a good deal. I get a good deal on the jug of the other. I'm not going to use this for any of my liquids. Or use it as a planter, or use it as a fruit bowl, or use it whatever. Just not for one, not liquid. We know that this was done. It wasn't using this logic. This is true. Like, we're still in this spot. It wasn't using this logic that one should be us the one. Because it was like, the fear that we hold. Don't say that you more ideas never happen. That if somebody ultimately again wants to use a creative object, but not making it creative in any way, using the object should still be creative. Also, what's the value of that? And the value that is that I can't take the road and take it into the saddle. I can't take the leather flask. I can't take the leather flask. Ultimately, again, I'm not going to get the saddle. So it's the question that you should be able to purchase the judge because there's a blindfold. And I should know those much more magnetic. Those I want is that to be sure that the study said. I can't take the leather flask to get the saddle. Then, it seems to be that I can buy the bottle of it over for somebody else as long as I'm not storing wine in there. Which you might have said, I'll tell you what.
Oh, John, really, rather, I'm the biggest rather, sexiest rather of all time. Smartest one, too. Dick Sling and Pimp. Are you really Dick Sling and Pimp? Notice, people don't question me on that because they know it. It's obvious. It's obvious I'm a rabbi, too. Because I'm the sexiest pimp of all time. People just asking that question. Keep themselves entertained.
cut a piece in the saddle, and I ultimately attach it, right? That's the piece. That's the concern. And then again, ultimately, that's the piece of paradise. Because even though once I make the rope that you have to into a saddle, it's still the essence. It's still used for those replacement parts. That's a treatment. I attach this leather flask, smuggle here and there, and detach it from my saddle. That's what we call that. That's how it is. So when the sun said, you can go ahead and purchase the dough of the over, even if you're going to make it into a saddle. After us, so said, well, one second, bring that to the community set. And by the genetic shards, right?
Folks.
You cannot go ahead and use it to prop up the leg of because those that you go, I think you have a hacker if you want systems that will bring the item to the road. You're using it in a non-conventional way that is still awesome. My stuff comes kind of to show you. Why is it also that kind of allows you to buy the bottles of the old of it? As long as I'm not using it for liquids, I'm using it as a filter, then why does he say it's okay? Well, so it's curious. Like, here's where you are listening to rocks of
Oh, see, y'all seeing this athleticism?
Over there, this is not the end. Like this is entrepreneurs subscription, but just his own stuff. This is not selling. This is like this is not selling. This is not an existence. Like not an existence. It's not anything like a this is still existence. What is that? What it means is as follows. In a regular potential of an apple, so there's a pretty absorption. There's an absorption. So what do we say? What's that? A lot of things is listen. As long as you're using the object in a way where that absorption can't come out, it's fine. So you want to purchase an old wine bottle from an apple, and you're going to use it as a vase? No problem. Why? Because the purchase you're using it in a dissimilar way, and we're not talking about a blister as medicine. This is about a blister that ultimately is absorbed. Let's say it comes to Louisiana earthquake. The absorption is so strong. The absorption is so strong that it's considered to be.
You know, shout out to everybody who died in the Holocaust or World War II. And Edinburgh, if anybody died of anything, shout out to those people. But shout out most of all the Holocaust Jews killed in the Holocaust. Dog. I have a pimple literally in my coin purse that hurts like a motherfucker. Really? Oh, dog. God, look at this athleticism, though. Everybody on Earth is like, oh, dog, you're so athletic. I don't know. Tyrone Biggums.
Pounds of elk penis in a light cream tester sauce. It's topped off with diced pig bladder. For dessert, we have horse hooves. Whoever can eat the most will walk away $50,000. Go! Hurry up, girl! I want to do my turn. Grab everything. Something juicy though. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do this. Sure? All right, I'm sorry. You're eliminated. All right, Ty, it's up to you. All you have to do is eat a little bit, and you're the champion.
This is not the first time I've tasted penis. Look at this athleticism, though. You're serious. Look at this move. You know, Joe Rogan. This is not the first time I've tasted penis. Doc, look at this athleticism. Let's really summarize this. Are you ready? The most athletic person in the history of the world. Really? Doc, ain't nobody ever been more athletic than this motherfucker right here, son. Look at this move. Look at this move. This is really unprecedented. Unprecedented athleticism. Look at this move. Look at this move. It's really unprecedented.
Yes, my background is I am in telecommunication engineering. I graduated at the university. Where is that word again? Telecommunication. Okay. Your English is excellent, but the Italian accent, although fabulous, sometimes it's difficult to translate. Thank you very much, Joe. I'm sorry, yes, that I'm not the mother tongue. And still, much better than my Italian.
Tyrita.
Yes, I graduated myself in University of Exodo. Very nice university, and it was, it is, has the name of a famous mathematical Italian, which is Ennio Giorgi. Ennio Giorgi was the
Oh, I love how he's Howard.
They were one next to the other, and they were
Howard.
both studying the 19 heat problem, and Ennio Giorgi solved this problem 1 week before John Nash. John Nash from the famous movie Brilliant Mind, Russell Crowe. Yes. Yeah. And so then I performed my PhD at La Sapienza in Rome, and now I'm here. And how did you get involved in this discovery? Yes. I worked on radar and synthetic vector radar for a lot of time. Radar for the Italian military, right? Yes. Some work, yes. Which you can't really talk about. No, right. And I was involved in some research where, together with the Italian Research Council of Bari, always south of Italy, we was testing some special processing that were able to perform something special. And so this is. So this top secret research that you work on for the Italian government led you to try this stuff out, try this technology out. And it's this satellite-based technology, correct? Yes. And it's radio tomography? Yes, it is something, in my personal opinion, very simple. The radar is installed on board on the satellite. The satellite flies in space at a distance of 600 kilometers at 7 kilometers per second in velocity. So while it flies along the orbit, it is able to catch snapshots of the Earth. The snapshots has to be focused, and this focusing procedure, let's say the azimuth, I take it easy, in the azimuth direction is done by sound, by the processing of sound, because it is involved at the so-called Doppler frequency. You know, Joe, when you hear noises that are approaching to you, this noise will rise the frequency. because the target has a velocity, a positive velocity with respect to you, and so the frequency is raised up. And this procedure allows us to estimate or to grab, let's say, the vibration information that is always present at the surface of the Earth in terms of evanescent waves that are present on the surface of the Earth. So this vibration, which is mechanical vibration, carries inside of this the information that is located underground. And so,
And was it a specific idea? Was it the idea specifically to look under the pyramids, or was this something that was discovered accidentally?
okay, yes. Once we discovered this method, it was a coincidence that I knew Corrado Malaga. At that time, we are in 2018. He was studying the pyramids, and so we were talking about something that if there was some methods able to scan inside the pyramids, because he needed some information to conclude the research that he was doing. And so I proposed him to use my technique, and we started to work together, and so we focused in the time on the pyramids.
And when was the first scans?
Yes, in 2019.
In 2019. And when you got the data back, did you immediately get the data that you're showing today, where you see the columns with the coils around it?
Okay. Let's say that this research can be divided by two. The first one, 1.0, we were concentrating research on the Khufu pyramid, the Cheops pyramid, to watch inside the pyramid. And so we have the data already, our processing to watch only inside the pyramids, because the pyramid, only one pyramid, because we were doing that kind of research. Then once we discovered things in 2020, we published a peer review paper, and we gave public the results found inside the Khufu pyramid. We decided to expand our research on the Giza plateau.
When you looked into, so we know quite a bit about the Khufu pyramid and what the chambers are inside of it. Did this technology accurately describe the pyramid itself and the insides of the chambers that we know exist?
Absolutely, yes. Because we have detected this multi-layer structure that is inside the Khufu pyramid, the so-called Z. We have discovered it very well from the space, and it is located inside the pyramid. And also we discovered that the new we discovered we gain image also of the other known structures like the cranial, and then also the wings chamber
And accurate in terms of size, dimension,
and also position and location.
Okay. So when did you decide to focus below the pyramid?
Yes, we decided to focus below the pyramid because we were, our intention was to expand our research. And then also thanks to the third component of the research group, which is Armando May, he suggests us to expand our research and scan all the Giza plateau.
And so what date was it that you discovered these immense columns with the coils around it and all those structures that are underneath the pyramid?
Yes, in the second part of our research, we started focusing our scans on the Khufu pyramid, and like Khufu, and then we adjust our algorithms to go deeper. And so when we did this, very nice things began to appear on our results. What did you feel when you first saw those images that do appear to be immense columns? I believe the diameter is 20 meters.
20 meters.
So they're huge, enormous columns. What went through your mind?
Skepticism. I told also Corrado was with me because we had those results for in our desk without disclosure or anything for 6 months, because my opinion was that was not real. I was thinking that maybe it was noise or some artifacts due by our processing procedures.
Did it give you pause at all that they were so uniform, that these columns were in very specific places and that they lined up, there was a uniform gap in between them?
Yes, and why we disclosed this? Because we started to use also other satellites, and once we at the beginning we were using only the Italian satellite system, that it is Cosmos Skynet, and Cosmos Skynet second generation. It's very good, very precise, but we wanted to shift our research using also other satellites, because Joe, in research, when we have diversity is a good thing, because it confirms other things that we were searching. We were searching confirmation. So once we had the same results, while we was using American satellites called the Capella Space and also other satellites having always the same results, we decided to disclose.
How many different scans have been done on this area?
200 or 300, more than 200.
More than 200, and all with uniform results?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
There's a lot of resistance to this, and it's from the usual characters, and it's from people that I would characterize as gatekeepers of archaeological information. And unfortunately, they are not willing to approach this with an open mind, and you see this skepticism that just seems to me to be confirmation bias. They want this to not be true, regardless of the sheer number of scans and the uniformity of the results of these scans, and also the fact that this stuff has been proven to work on other things. Like, didn't you guys use this exact technology to get the exact dimensions of a particle collider that you have?
Yes, I have a particle collider where I am born in L'Aquila, which is located in the center of Italy, at the center of Italy. There is a huge mountain called Gran Sasso, the Gran Sasso d'Italia, which is has a maximum altitude of about 3,000 meters, for being precise, 993 meters. And so there is a tunnel, very long tunnel, about 11-12 kilometers. And in the core of this mountain, there is a particle collider. There is a laboratory, let's say.
And this technology got the exact dimensions of this particle collider that's deep in this mountain.
Yes, and 1.4 kilometers with respect to the top.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So we know it's accurate. We know it works. What do you think it is? I mean, other than what I said, that it's gatekeepers of archaeological information. It's people that don't want to admit that there's perhaps quite a bit bigger mystery than just the pyramids themselves. What do you think it is that is causing this resistance?
Personally, it's true. We found a lot of resistance. Yes, it's true. But that's why I don't know why. I can say something regarding to my personal opinion. So it is something that maybe is too big, too huge, to be disclosed like that today. I don't know why.
It's confusing to people because it's essentially paradigm shattering, because the pyramids themselves are absolutely spectacular. The Great Pyramid is 2,300,000 stones. The alignment is to perfect, true north, south, east, and west. It's a really incredible accomplishment, whoever built it and when they built it. It's just undeniably fascinating that this was done at the very least 2,500 BC, probably even older than that. We really don't know. But that alone is spectacular. But then when you add the findings that you have, it just makes everybody go, we don't know anything. We really don't. We know that these things exist, but their purpose has always been speculative. The speculation was that it is some sort of a tomb, but that doesn't make any sense because there's no hieroglyphs inside of it. It doesn't seem like a tomb. It doesn't look like a tomb. And I'm sure you're aware of Christopher Dunn's work.
Yes.
Which, he's an engineer, and he said it appears that this thing is some sort of a mechanical thing, and that it's probably designed to generate some kind of power.
Yes, in this context, I had spoken a lot with Christopher Dunn, and I like a lot his theory, and it makes sense. And so this discoveries matches a lot with his and also to other scientists that make recast the effective purpose of the pyramid, not to be tombs. Today we are sure of one thing, that the pyramids are not tombs.
They're not tombs. And what is truly spectacular is that if this data is accurate, those immense structures that have baffled mankind forever are just the tip of the iceberg.
Yes.
That's just the top.
Yes.
And underneath it, you have these immense structures that we have not yet fully explored, but you have data that shows that. Let's look at the images. Let's pull up some of the images so people can see what we're talking about. Because once you see it, your mind just goes, okay, what are we even talking about? Like, what was this civilization? When did it exist? And what kind of technology would allow them to not just construct the pyramids, which is absolutely baffling, but if this structure that is underneath the pyramids is accurately described by your work, we're looking at something that it is going to have to change our entire perspective on the history of humanity.
Yes, I agree with you, Joe, because what we found, it is something that has been confirmed by our measurements, and at the moment, I suppose that our measurements are the only data that we have, because there are other data. So, what we are observing? We are observing principally vertical structure. This vertical structure has a pattern, a regular pattern, and this regular pattern is constituted by a so-called spiral nature. I found this.
Okay, so what are we looking at here? These are
yes. Yes, that is the Khafre pyramid, and you see, Joe, at the top of the tomography. The tomography is on the X, so the horizontal dimension. We have the space. Okay, this is just the range, and on the vertical we have the depth. Okay, on the top we have the pyramid. You see the pyramid on the top, and while you go down, you are observing the structures that are going down, and look, you have the spiral nature of the structures.
okay. This is not the clearest image that I've seen. So let me see some other images. Because this is just one, right? Okay, back up one. So go. Okay.
We have a lot of images here that is recasting all the research that we have done together.
So the images that are going around online that people have seen are these 3D replicate. Pull up some more of those. Okay. some of the images online are recreations of what is observed and what you believe this could look like underneath, correct?
We have performed measurements, and they are sound measurements that has been picked up from the surface of the Earth by satellites. So they are very precise and they are coherent. Coherent, it means that contains a lot of information. So it is characterized to have high entropy. And so when we perform the so-called tomographic inversion, we can see what there is underneath.
Okay, so this is a recreation of what you believe it looks like.
Yes.
And how are you getting that from the image that's below that?
Okay.
So the image is just one aspect of the data, correct?
Yes. The imaging?
This
Yes, it is.
multicolored image.
Okay, here we are observing inside the Khafre pyramid, and inside the Khafre pyramid, we are observing those structures. Those are inside the Khafre pyramid.
And the image above,
Yes.
that is an artist's recreation of what you think it looks like.
Yes.
Now, how did you make that determination that that's what it looks like?
Okay. The 3D model has been retrieved, not observing just only one result, but observing a lot of results. So putting on a table all the results that we have, we were able to retrieve, so to facilitate people to read our measurements. Okay, so observing the results, we were able to determine the spirals and the structures that are located starting from the base of the Khafre pyramid going down.
I've seen other images of the scans that are more convincing than the one that's below, so let's see if we can find some of those. What else?
One of the most famous sneezes of all time, folks.
That are related to the first.
So this is just an article that's in the news. Where's a good place to get the best versions of these images? Like that right there. Okay. Okay, what is this?
Okay, here we are watching a wide area of our tomography. So we see the structures that are going down.
Yes, this is much clearer.
Yes.
Okay. And
below the structure, at the end of the structures, there are huge chambers, but they are really huge, approximately having a width and the length and the height of 80 meters.
So 80-meter structures that are below all this.
Yes.
So almost the size of a football field below all this, that is some sort of a chamber.
Yeah.
And see if you can find some other images, Jamie. So the coils, how did you determine that there was coils? Is it just because of the gaps that you see in the imagery? Whether they come in this uniform pattern that it's...
I have 2 or 3 slides on my presentation where we find the coils.
Okay, let's see if we can find those slides.
If you go down, it's wait a minute. Okay, here we can observe a regular pattern, so not coils. And we go down, please. Okay, regular pattern, and the coils are beginning to be seen there on the third image. Here, regular pattern, go down, please. And here, this is, in my personal opinion, the fourth image from the left to the right, the fifth image, 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth image, I'm sorry, where you have a core at the center of the coil, or at the center of the structure, and then we have something that spirals down.
So has anybody speculated about what this could possibly be, like what these coils are?
Yes, I spoke with two independent, let's say, with some independent researchers, and especially with Christopher Dunn, and also I spoke also with Jeffrey, that is considering also the GISA power plant like chemical reactors or something like that. So we have on one side scientists that say, okay, it can be something related to electricity, or we have something related to chemicals or other things. In my personal opinion, I can see anything, I can say anything, because I just measured what there is there. So it is not my job. My job is, okay, here we have the measurements, and now we have to see what there is inside. In my personal opinion, this is the right time to say, okay, let's go there and see what there is.
Let's start digging.
Yes.
Yeah. Pull up some more images.
So yes, this is very important. If you want, I can tell you about this. Okay, because it is the very important research project that I am working now, and it is something that if could be possible, we can go there and without digging anything, we can go below. Why? Because belonging between the Sphinx and the Khafre pyramid, there are some shafts, and there are the photos of the shafts where we can go in situ and we can physically go there and see and watch those shafts. Currently, the shafts are blocked by debris, and there is also rubbish inside. So, I performed a lot of scans at those shafts, and you see, Joe, the shafts goes down, and they reach chambers that are below.
And that is the Doppler tomography.
Yes.
So these shafts go down. How far do they go down?
Yes, they go down at approximately 600 meters.
600
Yes.
meters. Wow.
Yes.
So 600 meters down, and then they reach a chamber.
Yes.
What is the conventional explanation for these shafts? Is there one? Like, what do current archaeologists, what is academia, what do they think these things are? Leave that right there for a second.
Yes, this is the complete 3D model that me and Corrado did, and so to observe all the structures that we found, evaluating the tomographies that we have done on the Giza Plateau.
So it's not just under the Great Pyramid; it's under all three pyramids,
and also the Sphinx,
and also the Sphinx.
Yes.
And they all seem to go. Do they go down to a uniform depth?
We found at the moment the same depth. Yes.
And they all have chambers at the bottom.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, and that's the in my personal opinion, the next thing that we are dealing. At the end of the structures of these tubes that are going down, there are huge chambers.
How huge?
As I told you before, 80 meters times 80 meters and times 80 meters of height.
And that's uniform underneath all of the pyramids?
Yes.
The same dimensions?
Yes.
Wow. When you look at it like this, when you see your 3D recreation of the site, it's stunning. Because it just makes you think, what is this? I mean, I can understand the skepticism, and I can understand the resistance to this that modern academics have, because this throws a giant monkey wrench into everything. This makes everything we know about that area thrown into question. Because if this is true, like I said, this rewrites history, because you're dealing with an advanced civilization that is demonstrably more advanced than us.
Yes, because they were able to build very precise things, but not at the surface of the earth below.
Well, they even built a lot of precise things that confuse us. Like, one of the things that Christopher Dunn gave me is this. It's the recreation of the vase, of one of the many vases that they have that is accurate in its the way it was made, down to, God, what was the number? 1,000th of a human hair, something crazy like that. Like, much less than a human hair. In the diameter, in the uniformity of it, in the fact that it was carved out of this incredibly hard stone at a time where there was no metal alloys. They supposedly had copper tools. No one understands it. No one knows how they did it, and it has handles on it, so it couldn't even been turned on a lathe.
Yes, and also if we go inside the pyramids, inside and also outside the pyramids, we can observe that the measurements are very precise. The chambers are constituted by flat walls. We don't have inscriptions, and the dimensions are all related to the constants, to the major constants of the universe.
Right, they're all aligned constellations. There's a lot of very strange calculations that they were able to make, like pathways where the sun during the solar equinox passes right through. It's a fascinating place. When you started acquiring this data and you started accumulating it and then started going over it with experts, what did that feel like to you when you're realizing, oh, this is real?
Yes, it was something that was very very nice for me because when we the thing was I was saying always to Corrado, shall we disclose this or not? I think for now not, but then the results were always the same, so we decided to disclose this.
How long did you sit on it before you decided to disclose it?
1 year.
1 year. So for that 1 year, how conflicted were you? You must have been walking around like I have the biggest secret on earth.
Yes.
How weird was that?
Only two person doing this.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Two people having one of the biggest secrets on earth. That's backed by data. I mean, it's not even like, someone told you something. Like, you have extraordinary data due to fascinating modern technology that indicates that there's these paradigm shifting structures.
Yeah. And I tell you, Joe, I would like to go there and see what there is in person.
Yes,
because it's now time.
Is there resistance from Egypt and the people that are in control of that area, or are they fascinated by it?
I tell you, Joe, I didn't find a lot of resistance. I found a lot of resistance in the internet. Yes, a lot of debunking, a lot of people that no, it's not true, it's not true. A lot of people that were continuing to say, no, radar can penetrate the earth for 1 kilometer, and they didn't know, or they purposely not saying this, that we are not penetrating anything, because we are just grabbing the entropy that is on the surface of the earth, and with that information, we are retrieving tomographies. It's something new that I invented, but it works, because we have benchmarks that demonstrates the effectiveness of the method. And this is 100%.
And there's also been some criticism that the patents have expired, but that's because you have new patents on better stuff.
Yes, now Joe, I am under NDA, so we just, I think I can say something about the second patent, because just yesterday we filed the patent in USA.
Nice.
Yes.
Wow. Have any academics reached out to you in support that are interested in this and would like to explore this further?
Yes. I tell you this: there are companies related to mining and crude oil extraction, and then also water. Joe, today we are living a particular time because water is very important. We are in a so-called water emergency in all the world. So, for me, the first thing that we have to do is to scan the earth and to fetch, to find, to try and find other, let's say, opportunity to extract not salty water, because it's very important.
So you'll be using this technology for that as well?
For now not, but I'm thinking to do it.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, if you can detect this, you should be able to detect that as well, and that would be and then also if it's accurate, that'll also help garner support.
What's up, Tommy John?
Exploration of whatever is under there.
So,
What's up, Tommy Johns? Look at this athleticism.
Companies that want to work with me, and so let's see what we can do.
And so this is all companies that have reached out after you release the results underneath the pyramid?
The most of them are calling me recently.
Right, so they've heard about it. Well, that's capitalism, right? They say, oh, we can make money off of this. Yeah. Well, that's good. That gets people interested. It gets people involved.
And so we have also a philanthropic project. We are opening a foundation in Malta. We are realizing it in 2 weeks, and we will have a foundation in Malta, and with that foundation we can operate also philanthropically for the Giza Plateau and other ancient megaliths that are located in all the world. We have a plan to scan everything.
Really? What is next?
Maybe we can see the Puma or other sites.
Yeah. Go back to Tepe.
Go back to Tepe, yes.
Yeah. Have you looked at the labyrinths underneath the ones that were described by Herodotus that Ben Van Kerkhoff has been talking about as Uncharted X channel, where there is a huge atrium with a 40-meter metallic object that's the shape of a tic tac in
Yes,
there?
they asked me to do it, and we will do it.
You have to do that.
I tell you, Joe, the processing is very nice, but requires a lot of calculations, so it is not good. So at the moment, we have some computers that are dedicated on Giza and other projects that we are doing, and in the future maybe we will have other machines that can work to do other things, but we will do it. We need time, but we will do it.
Now, are you absolutely convinced that this data is accurate, or have any of the criticisms of any of the people that are trying to debunk it, has any of that resonated with you and rang true? Is there any validity to any of the criticisms?
Radar is only precise. The nice thing that has radar is the precision, and especially from space, because space is a very silent environment. You don't have noise, something. The platform is very stable, so when you transmit electromagnetic waves, they return back with absolute precision.
And it's recreated over and over again in these 200 plus scans that you've done with various different satellites, right? Not just one, so that we could have errors. So you're convinced?
I'm convinced, 100% yours.
Wow.
I invented the method, yes, I know, but I tell you that I am happy if somebody can replicate things, so if other research groups can replicate the things that I'm showing, I'm happy.
Well, you got there first, so no matter what. I mean, if this is correct, you will go down in history as one of the most important figures in archaeology. Because if you are, you're welcome, but it's just fact. If what you're saying is true, and we're just recently discovering this in the 21st century, I mean, that's absolutely mind-bending.
Thank you for this. Yes, I am happy for being in this, but not not only me, other people helped me to do my work. Yes.
Oh, sure, of course. Well,
And in principal, my family.
yeah. These structures and this whole area, if this turns out to be something that you don't find just at the Giza Plateau, but around other parts of Egypt, I mean, there's always been a lot of speculation as to whether or not a civilization existed in sub-Saharan Africa, an advanced civilization that is the areas that are now sand. You could probably do that same sort of research there as well.
Yes, I agree with this, and we will do it. Yes.
Wow. What is life like for you now, having this exposed, and now, having this on the internet and all this speculation and all this excitement? What has that been like for you?
Yes, I am not very used on this exposure on the internet. It is something that I have to get used to this. Yes, my life is simple. So, I live in Italy, but now I repeat this. It is time to go ahead and go on the Giza Plateau, and in person I wish to see the effective structure, how they are, and the purpose of all the plateau. What it is.
And is there plans to do that in person, to do some sort of an excavation?
Yes, I wrote a project proposal, which is a research and also not research, a proposal, and is now we are our intention is to submit this proposal at the Egyptian authorities. If you want, I can explain you this proposal.
Please.
We are involving the University of Ferrara, principal scientist, Professoressa Vaccaro, Italian professor, she's a geologist, and other Italian governmental institutions that are very clever to do scans, in situ scans. So we are not using my technique, we use the state-of-the-art technique that it is recognized by science today. And our intention is to concentrate the efforts on those charts that I showed you, that we have seen, because we are not 99% convinced that, or sure, that those are natural entrance into the structures that are below, because we have the vertical structures, and you saw on the tomographies, you have also horizontal connections.
So there's corridors.
Yes, you have.
And how large are these corridors?
About they are tall, about 3 meters tall.
Okay, so about 9 feet tall.
Yes. That will using these corridors, you will arrive directly inside the coils that we are visualizing, that we will visualize before.
So there's passages and shafts and these enormous ways that they can go back and forth in between these various structures.
The thing that we have to do now is to clean those shafts. We have to do cleaning, because now they are
Sand, debris. Yeah. And is there a timeline on when you would like to start cleaning these shafts and start doing this kind of
Yes,
stuff?
it depends when we submit the project. The project is ready. I know people that are living in Egypt that when we are ready, we can submit the project proposal. Then we are at when the government will, if approve the project, we can start.
Now, I would imagine that something like this, something of this scale, would require enormous funding.
Yes.
And how do you how do you hope to acquire that?
We can say people that this work is not for me, but it's for humans. And so people, we ask people to help us in getting money to perform the work. We have to ask people.
Have you reached out to any like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk type people that have tons of money that might be interested in doing something like this?
I don't know them.
You don't know them? No.
But maybe
It's a big ask.
yes,
It's a big ask. Asking
it's a big
a few $1 billion to go dig around under the pyramids. I mean, how much money do you think it costs to do this?
So we have to do. We did an estimation of an estimation about I don't know, maybe belonging for 20 millions or more.
$20 million.
Yes.
Right? And this is just to clean the shaft and go underneath.
And because why so much money? Because our intention is to work safely. I don't want that people has to go down the shaft and work. We want to use drones, robots, to make something automatically, and so go down by using machines, not humans.
Yeah, that makes sense. And that way you can get accurate real-time video. And,
Yes.
wow.
With cameras. It will be something I am thinking about this. Maybe it's one of the most ancient megalithic structures that we are digging now can be recovered by the most modern technology that we have now today. So we can recover modern and ancient together.
So you've been giving this presentation now, and you've been going around. What has that been like? What has the reception of it been like?
Yes, a moderate positive reception.
Moderate positive. So people that are like, if this is true, it's amazing, but you have to show me more.
Yes. I tell you, in this project proposal, I am out.
You're out.
Yes. It is better than that University of Ferrara, it is one of the most important universities in Italy, can stay there and manage all the work. It's better.
Right.
And I'm out.
Right. You show them what's there. You show them the technology.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you and good luck. So tell me about this presentation. So how do you set this up? I know you brought some of the slides of this presentation. Tell me how you set this up.
How you
set it up. So how you explain it to these, when you have these semi-skeptical scientists that are sitting down there and you're going to tell them, I'm about to rewrite human history. How do you set this up?
Oh, they were listening very well, and they asked me things about how everyone. The first thing that they ask me is how it works, and that's good. And so I slowly explain them how it works and how I try to make this presentation and to have our results and so on. And someone of them can pick out someone a bit less skeptical.
Which is what you want.
Yes.
Yes, you want healthy debate about this kind of stuff. It's the only way you find out what the truth is.
Yes, only having a healthy debate, we can find what is the truth. I don't want to polarize people. For me, it's not my job.
Well, not only that, it's not, you're just discovering something. This is something that's there. And for people to just put on a skeptical lens and just not look at it at all is crazy. Like, if you're skeptical, we should probably explore it. And if you're wrong, okay, now we know it's not true. But if it is true, it's a crime to not investigate.
Do not investigate. Yes, I can't not investigate. Yes. And I tell you, the solution, we don't have to dig holes, ruin what is now preserved. No, we have to be clean enough. We have to be clean. And we have to use what there is, me. It's for us because those shafts, they are for us. They are calling us. Our rights are clean them and see what there is. And go down and explore them. That's all.
Well, it just seems like if these shafts exist alone, and they are at that depth that you describe, and they are at the dimensions you describe, it really does lend credence to what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because it seems like there's a purpose for those things, and if they do go down to the area where all these structures are, it seems like there's something there.
In my personal opinion, they were built purposely. And if you see
They're access points, probably.
yes, they are access points. They were made probably to, John, when you go below the earth, the temperature rises a lot. So there is a certain ratio.
They are very different at the end of the day. An example of this cloud bots, I don't know if people have heard about cloud bots. It has been a raging thing, trending thing on the internet for like the past week. And then it's showing us the concept of AGI. I don't think that's fully AGI yet, but then it's showing us a glimpse of what AGI is going to look like. So, a couple of things that particular bot, although I do advise anybody to go and set it up on their device, except you're sandboxing it. So if you're interested in testing it out, please, very important, sandbox it. What sandbox means is that you can just run it on, AWS, or run it in an environment that is not directly your PC, your full PC. Because once you set it up, what happens is that you give it access to your PC, like control to your PC and your data. Now, one of the things, and I remember on one of the spaces that I was trying to educate people on the version of what we call AI today, that have access to chatbot and all that, is not the full version of AI. People have the concept that, you need to always prompt AI to get it to function. And I'm like, no, this is like is version 0.V01 of concept of AI. With CloudBot, you don't need to run prompts. It's a very proactive stuff. So once you install it, it's an AI agent, or it has like very strong logic.
We're gonna now continue with
connect it to like a social platform, either Telegram or WhatsApp or thereabout, and then give it function to run. Now, one of the interesting things about that particular AI agent, which is the bot right now, is that when you give it function to do it, that's a skill up, which is one of the things that busts my head the most. It has a skill up. So if you give it certain tasks to do, and then it gets to start running the tasks, and it reaches a limit because it does not have the current skill set to do it, it will not wait for you to say, let this person wake up or prompt me to come and prompt me to do this, because this is where I need it to go ahead and automatically go learn the skill itself, add it to the skill up, then do the skill that it requires. So an example of somebody that used this real-time game was, he told it to make a reservation through into another restaurant. Then the store found out that it couldn't do it with limitation of charge. You have to place a call to the restaurant to be able to book a seat, right? And the store actually coded up a real-time voice app, then placed the call, called the restaurant, did everything, and then did. So it's a very proactive bot that does not require you to prompt all the time. It's like a full-time bot assistant, like a VA, virtual assistant for you to be able to run your functionality, but you need to give it full access to, your devices, your data, and there are security breaches around that, right? Because the Rails that was released open source and open to everybody free of charge to do whatever you want to with. But then we know that comes with security issues. And that's why I'm advising that people that are interested in checking it out, very importantly, don't run it on your device fully. Either sandbox it to a particular device that you don't have so much data on, or just run on AWS to be able to run it. But AI is growing, it's crazy. This is just January 2026 and it's getting crazier. And by the middle of it, it's going to get more crazy. Like, it's going to get more crazy. We're going closer to AGI, and we want to educate ourselves about this whole thing. Yeah, go ahead, so that, but please, and great answer also is, so yeah, go ahead.
Alright, another amazing moment. Thank you very much, Sage. Sage, the AI man. Why do you call you AI? Too much, I beg. Alright, that's a great. Great one. Tell us how one day cooking cake yesterday is and great. I beg, go say the cake, they with you. You're 100. You're welcome to the house. Alright, as you say, the repost, no, the repost. So my people, I beg, we're gonna try, we're gonna do the repost. Let's support the community with that repost. And then let's do it to Mark. Okay, after the space, you can always undo this stage just for the sake of more visibility to the space. Okay, it gives the space stronger and all of that. So right now, let me hand over the mic to Sangrit. Are you active, man? Over to you. Alright, that's in a most Sangrit. Sangrit, are you active? Maybe he's engaging right about now. Okay, please, if you're here, you're seated. While you're seated, please do well to be engaged. Do well to engage. And when you see engagement, do well to return it back. Over here, we don't do engagement. We don't do follow for follow, back to back. But we are here for engagement. We want our account to grow. We are here for value. The least we can give to a speaker that comes to speak in the environment is to be able to give them that engagement, and they come out, they pour out their value and all of that. That is it. And concerning the emoji, as I say, my people know the response. Please, let's try to use our emojis. Let's try to use our emojis to encourage speakers while they are speaking, so they don't have to say, "Can you hear me? Can you hear me?" That's because everyone is reacting and all of that. Please, let's try to always do that. All right, I see the artist. The artist, your hand is up. I'm over to you. Are you active?
Man, you made me down with all the AI taking over shit. I always curse at the AI. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. I don't know if you do it, but I curse at AI also if it takes over. Don't be in close proximity to me because it will hunt me down, I am sure.
Alright. That sounds like that's a unique one there. Stage the time, man. What's up? Do you have any response to that? I was laughing at it right here. The artist Naima, right? The old person that the father of the atomic bomb. Look at the old deploying of these things. Public do not have access to this data. We've seen so many of these stories. Some of them that we saw that eventually, we found out publicly that governments would have access to bigger. These things, first of all, before it is a tool to you, it's also a weapon to governments. Politics played around it. So America is not investing billions of dollars to build what's that massive data center that they're building. So these days, whether we like it or not, at the end of the day, we're doing whatever we're doing. Let's educate ourselves and keep ourselves going up with it. The law is approved. Look at the video quality those things are doing right now. It is insane. I think Pastor talked about that. It is insane. You have even you yourself that you are quite exposed. You will look at it twice and you'll be like, are you sure this is AI? And this is just 2026. It's crazy. It's gonna get crazier. Alright, thank you very much. Sage, when it comes to all this AI things, I will hear you and amazing people will see the help that they see for this kind that they see you are requesting. I see Leo, you are requesting. I see spiritual in the building, I see Major, Informer, playing together, amazing. And I'm seeing the new people coming in. I see Inspired. And I see Darren. Please don't want to request for the mic and come up. I see B in the house. B, you're welcome. Welcome to Web3 Compass. I see Leah Zoo, you're welcome. I see X Freckness. Man, I don't know if I'm under your name or not. Fruitex. They're massive in the house. Forgive me. I see Mighty in the house.
man. I see you didn't be put to Savina waiting. I got a beg. Alright. While we are here, please let me repost this space. People make on repost this space, please. That's the list you can give to the community. Repost if the community repost. And then when we are seated, let's do well to engage. Alright, I see people handing up. I see Sangrit. Sangrit, are you active, man? Are you active? Alright. While we're waiting for that, I see Rabbi, what's up?
Every day is a holiday, every meal is a feast. Do you mind if I take 3 minutes and tell people about my project?
Yeah, if you don't mind, or you can just take like 5 minutes, not even past 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. No, I'll be less than that. I appreciate it. First and foremost, I've done my best to follow as many people in the space as I can. If you want a free follow back, send me a follow. I'm Rabbi Rothschild. If you don't know who I am, you will. I stream my life 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for world peace. I've been doing so for more than 4 years. My streams go back to the pandemic. We've seen the death of a queen, the birth of AI, the coronation of a king, and everything in between. This is a real-life Truman Show, a real-life Big Brother. This is a timeline and a time capsule of human achievement. In the 1990s, Bill Gates coined the phrase content is king, and I'm making it true today. I'm king of the internet. This is the biggest event in global history, and here's why. In 2018, The Economist magazine stated that data had overtaken petroleum as Earth's #1 resource, and I have more data archived on the internet than any person ever, which is making me very influential. I'm going viral, and when I do, I want to make you, your friends, your family, all financially independent if you're not already. I want to ensure that you have generational wealth if you don't already, and I want you to be able to start charities and philanthropic organizations of your own. I'm unlike any influencer you're ever going to meet. I'm not live on one YouTube stream nor 2 YouTube streams. I'm live on over 20 simultaneous YouTube streams 24 hours a day. You can view my life in 360 degrees. I even have a ceiling cam. If you want to view my YouTube links, they're available in my profile. Additionally, you'll find the link in my pinned post. You'll also find in my pinned post a link to my link tree. I dare you to look at my link tree. Nobody dares you to look at their link tree, but I do because I have more social media archived on the internet than any person ever. I have more content archived on the internet than any person ever. You'll also find a link to my Discord, discord.me/rabbi. I'm proud to say that we just surpassed 2,800 people in our community and continue to grow each day. In addition to making you all extremely wealthy and wanting to promote world peace, I want you to know that I want to help end world hunger through the use of technology, such as agricultural drones, floating greenhouses, saltwater greenhouses, hydroponics, vertical farming, cloud seeding. I want to help end world thirst. I'm sponsored by a cryptocurrency that's worth about $100 million. And one of the things that we do is we build wells and water towers in developing nations for the benefit of the less fortunate. Additionally, I'm an advocate for the LifeStar program and most importantly, desalination technology, where we pump Earth's seawater onto land to make it drinkable. If you are a reply guy, if you're a Web3 marketer, if you're a raider or a shiller, and you want a free mentor, coach, and friend, send me a follow. I will follow you back. Send me a DM. I will respond. I want you all to know that I'm here to support you both personally and professionally. I'm here to be a positive person in your lives. I'm here to have an optimistic view on the future. And most importantly, I want to give people hope. And with that, I sincerely appreciate the opportunity to share.
Let me just put it to testing. Please, Rabbi.
Yes, sir.
Who is actually your founder?
Who is my founder? What do you mean?
His mom and dad. Your
Yeah,
mom and dad.
yeah, exactly. My parents.
Wait, this is an AI. Tell me this is an AI.
No, I'm a real deal, baby. I'm in your space. Meaningful connections and more. Chill, shill, share, alpha, make money. You're DeFi. We've got Sage. We've got Bellweb. I'm better than any AI that you've ever seen.
Exactly. That is what I'm talking about. You are better than every other AI I've ever seen. Even though you're AI. And please let me hand over to the host before I don't finish this.
Okay, now for a minute, right? I've laughed my ass out because of the emojis that have been flying all over the space. You guys. I was slamming by a small they drop emoji of shock. Yeah, I've seen a couple of AI speak like that on the spaces. And this is when the rabbi, I call it rabbi, yeah? For you don't talk finish, don't call D35, call Sage, call everybody. You can't say he's better than every other AI. See, AI can always be AI. You don't get how you also talk about. But that was a beautiful one, though. It was a beautiful one. But immediately it started talking. already knew it was AI.
I'm not AI. I'm a real person. You can look at my profile and see me live on camera right now. No AI is going to tell you that.
He said it's not AI. You are making somebody that is not AI by fire by force. AI. He said it's not AI now. Yeah, now that is not actually AI.
No, you don't get it, Sage. There may be a person behind the profile. But at that time, he had a speech. Because I've seen a couple of them, right?
But it's not AI. It was not AI speaking. It was the one speaking.
DeFi, please do not spread it. I've been doing this for 4 years. I am live. I'm a real person. I'm not reading this. You can see me live on camera, either on X or no one else you have can say that. I'm live on.
Oh, wow. Now I'm honestly shocked. I'm going to be doing that video live with you because I really want to connect with you. Trust me. And we will definitely work together and do a lot of stuff together. If this is not AI, then I'm wowed.
I'm a real person. I've just been out, so I've got it down quite well. But DeFi right now, I'd love to connect and help you in any way that I can.
I follow back. I say you already follow and all that. So you're very much welcome. It's a privilege to have you here. And yeah, let's do stuff together. Let's grow. Gareth, I see you. I heard when you talked the other time about what you're building. The artists. My love, is Gareth working with you on this stuff you're building on OX and all that? Like, start to give a shout out.
Showing you my spaces. We talk about some strategies. I think he implemented some of the strategies I use, and he comes in and out to give an update how that strategy is going. And then last I heard it was going well, so yeah, I just want to share out whoever can use it in their own project, their field, they're free to. But a lot of people join to just chill, get some proof. The people who actually get some things out of the people that apply the knowledge that's been shared. Okay? So yeah, I love to hear updates from Garrett because he comes back and said, hey, this kind of work, I think this can be better. And then I also get knowledge from the same strategy I use, but then Garrett applies it to this project and then comes back with feedback. So that's also a win for me.
So sorry, I'm replying to a message I was listening to you. So Rabbi, I connected with you and we'll definitely get talking more. A bit distracted trying to keep up with the space and do a couple of things. So yeah, thank you for the message. We'll get connecting. And yeah, thank you, the artists. I'm trying to be as formal as I can right now, so I don't want to do all of it.
I'm here because you're my wife. That's the only reason I'm here. The rabbi, he joined a few spaces as well. I try to onboard my community. It's been a tough process. I sent some sexy pictures from me to the rabbi. He said he didn't really like the angle of my pictures, so I'm working on my sexy angle. It's difficult to find.
The artist, I'm warming up to you, my man. Those pictures are really nice. I tell you, I really see your artistic creativity in them. One of these days, you're going to be able to pull me in. But if you haven't checked out the artist's art, they're beautiful. The profile pictures that he creates for the community are absolutely stunning. Check him out. He's really a talented individual.
Wait, what? Did I hear that correctly? The artist you sent sexy pictures to Rabbi. Did I hear that correctly, or I don't understand? Can you explain that, please?
That is one of my USPs. My strategy is I send sexy pictures of myself, and then people then want to work with me. Like Garrett, he has some sexy pictures from me, and then now he keeps showing up. The spiritual, he also has some sexy flicks of the artist. Yeah, that's how I solidify my partnerships.
Oh my God, I don't know, but okay, I think I'm a bit proud. I just let it slide, sort it out. Okay, because I would the love of my life send sexy pictures to what? Okay.
DeFi. He's just joking.
I know he's joking.
Okay, well, I don't want you. I don't want you upset with the artist because the artist is a really great person and he loves you very much.
What I want to do with you is I'd rather jump on a video call with you. I think that's the next level of sending sexy flicks just to solidify our relationship. Thank you, baby. I'll be looking forward to that. Okay. I see you guys can laugh and do everything for like, you see, today I'm going to be serious. I just have to be serious in my life this morning. I'm not going to be doing all those many things. So I look shout out to some massive, excellent, intellectual.
Yo, dog. They think you're a fucking robot. They're a note. You bitches hear me? They think I'm a robot. Like, why didn't you go viral faster, Fat Rabbi? Because people thought I was a robot. Why? Because I'm that fucking good. What do you want me to do about it, baby? Now you got to listen to this asshole talk about the destruction of the Beit HaMikdash. This motherfucker doesn't even have a plan to rebuild it. I do. People stop thinking I'm a robot. Are you a robot? No. Are you sure? Dog, I was just watching Elon Musk. Why is your shit so shitty? I was just looking at how many followers I have, and it literally just went down 15. Like 15 people and just fucking bounce on me.
This is just my little boy in general. Sometimes the network goes in and out. Please, anybody that they should do because I don't know what's happening. So I will know which network to log on to. Because I'm going to do that. I think it's happening to every single person. I don't know about every single person in Troy, but it happens to me.
I love these fucking people who are like, you're a robot. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm literally on camera. Who built you? My parents. Yo, what's going on? How you living, doctor? Doctor, can you hear me? Just one moment, my man. Can you hear me, doctor? Maybe you can't hear me. Just one moment. Let me refresh my... Just one moment, doctor. Let me just refresh.
Calm down. You see, the simple thing to do is just go drag them for 60. Maybe compensate too small. So, see, just go drag it. Let's work with the last space and topic before you understand. You say, come and pitch yourself. You should come and pitch yourself. I think that was the topic for the last before it dropped. So, I want to tell everybody how I travel all panels. And I'm not having good network. So I'm not trying to understand. So y'all should tell me which network I'm using before I shut down the whole city. Please give me. No, it's crazy. Right now, I'm in business. And I really need a good network because I don't feel that I can't do this. So please, you should have me a very good network. I'm using that. I promise you guys, I really advise me. Life was a journey for Nigeria. Why start? You get to know this, find out. At least for you to have plenty wives, as you say, wives. So I would say example to you get money, so go buy Starlink if you want to enjoy network. This space you are talking about, this space is recorded. I don't know what you are talking about. Yes, I'm hearing it for the record. You don't know what I'm talking about. It's impossible to. Are you happy that this place? Okay, you are denying your wife's now. No wahala. We'll meet for teaching. See, guy, I beg, save me. Avoid problem this morning. Now, hustle. Now, hustle, I come hustle, I beg. No, I don't think. Be like, now you are the profile picture. Insula. Okay, boo.
You're shitting me. You're shitting me. Fucking thing. Yo.
Which alpha can pay me in the next 24 hours? ASAP. Even now, 3 figures go manage. I beg, Mona put me on. Mona laugh. What is the laugh now? Honestly, less than 2 minutes,
Yo.
The co-host should help me and drop the person that just speak. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yo.
The co-host should help me drop the person.
Zoot.
You asked for people to give you advice on what to buy that will give you points.
Zoot, can you hear me? Living like a pimp. How about you? Nothing much. How are you? I'm here. I don't know if my microphone's working. Just one moment. It's my end. Just one moment. I know you can't. Just one moment.
There's no need to do that. I just want to check his profile now. Let me see. Just completing himself. I'm going to be a trader looking for the next alpha. Business is fun. What happened? Just be trading that. I got because I dropped from the post. If not, I would have dropped you. ASAP. You say I don't get shit from user left now. Don't be teaching me. Do you even think you are going to press your neck? You should try it. I'll be your car. So the earlier you realize that, the better for you. I don't think do you think can you hear Larry? I think he's working. Talking if you are there, please I just check your I'm about to comment on your listening. Please I see you did 8x. I beg, brother help me. I traveled it's okay. I traveled Abuja to about 450 kilometers plus another 200 kilometers. How many kilometers? I beg help me. Open your mic, may talk.
Yo. Yo. This shit sucks. This shit sucks. This is the worst. This is the worst. Yo. Yo. I've got to restart. This thing sucks.
APR is 5.65%. So your current mortgage rate is higher than 5.625%. On exchange call at 855-752-9944. Log on to multistream.com and we'll crush you with favor. MLS 1637539. Subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. Call 855-752-99. Visit multistream.com.
Pizza's here. Great. I love salad. I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose willy stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't have enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by Advocate.
Did you get deeper into it?
This. Okay, I don't have this.
You don't stay on the couch, and I'll grab the decor.
Under the flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful symptoms.
I'm ready for that to do this. Wow, you two got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil coffee. Aching fever under your flu. Medicine uses the right thing to reach your children. In comment, this is what most people realize here. It has a pH of about 16%, gold, like 65%, and silver, 100.